Come in, hit that like button, hit share. Let's talk about Ethereum's all-time high today. Let's also talk about some Bible numerology. Let's get into some Bible numerology, right? What is exactly biblical numerology? What does the 1111 code mean? Let's talk about that in a quick under 30 minutes. So let's get started, right? Let's get started. On this Friday night, come in, hit that thumbs up. Hello, Michelle. Guess what? I had some good news. My sister, we have a conference room. We have a conference room for the conference. I just received the email. Let me get this mic here. Microphone check. I just received the email of confirmation. So we have an in-person conference room for the Millionaire Moves. And guess what book I'm reading? Look what book I'm reading. 7 proven principles of entrepreneurship and millionaire moves, right? So, yes. The only reason why, let me wait till my intro music goes off as I'm right on point. Hello to you. Let me say hello to everyone else coming in. You all, we have a room for those people. We have confirmation email. I just received it at 4:52 today. I wanted to receive that email before I put it out there. However, before I give you the exact location, I am checking on a second location in the morning. But just know, for those people who want to come in person, you will have that option, right? For in person, right? So go ahead and make your plans and travel dates. And I will definitely, I have 2 choices now. What happened was my initial hotel room was taking hotel was taking a while to get back with me. And I checked into this other location. So I want to see the other location tomorrow. And then I'm going to make a decision, right? So based off how many people want to do the in-person event. Now, if you are going to take flight, right? Happy Friday to you all as well. If you're going to fly, this is the only thing that I suggest is try to get Delta. Delta is not having issues with the cancellation of flights like Southwest. So I will go live tomorrow and absolutely confirm which one. Right? Yes, the infinite God, infinite power, right? Infinite spirit worked that out. The infinite God worked it out. And so now I have 2 choices. And once I look at the other location in the morning, then I will give you a definite location. So go ahead and if you want to travel, get your travel clothes and get your plans. And I will give you which one that I'm choosing tomorrow. But we definitely have one for sure. But I want to look at this other location, right? I definitely want to look at one location is going to house about 30 people. The other is 12, right? And so what I want you all to do is just hashtag, whether you are watching this live or in the replay, hashtag the number 12. The number 12. You should have received that book via email. Check your email. If you ordered the Cash on Crypto, Michelle, check your email. It's a e-booklet. So if it's not in your main inbox, it's not a physical book, right? It's not a physical book. So if it's not in your main inbox, in your email, check your junk or spam folder. The Cash on Crypto report, everyone, is a e-booklet because I want you to be able to click on the links. And excuse my voice, I had to coach last night, so my voice is a little weak and tired. But click on the link And yeah, I want you to be able to click on the links. And so make sure that you check your junk or spam if that's not in your email, because if that's not in your main inbox, because that was actually emailed out to you. Let me check right now, Miss Duke. Okay, yeah. Sometimes people expect this is the only physical book that I have, physical copy, right? It's my Millionaire Notes. So this is the only physical copy that I have. And also on that note, if anyone would like a special autograph copy, this is my special pen, right? For special people that I autograph. My books too, you can Cash App LD Financial Coaching 2111, $21.11. And in the for section, make sure that you um, enter the name that you would like for me to autograph to, as well as your full shipping or mailing address and the zip code. Yes, that was October the 19th for you. It was emailed to you October the 19th. So check your email address that you have on file when you put all of your information in for the book. And if you don't see it in your inbox, your main inbox, check your junk or spam folder. That was emailed to you October the 19th. So let's get into the new economic system, the new economy that's making millionaires and billionaires within a year. And let's look at Bitcoin at 62,000 today, and people, Ethereum, right? Ethereum hit its all-time high today, $4,371, right? So congratulations at the people, or to the people who got an Ether when it was at least $300, or some people may even got in at 1,000. Some people were asking me when it was 1,000, is it too late? I said no. I'm expecting Ether to close 2021 at least for $10,000, right? Unfortunately, many people can't afford one Bitcoin at 61,000 or an Ether at 4,000 now. It's been on average, but there are other great cryptocurrencies out there that's still a great pick. And we will discuss this at the conference, right? We will definitely discuss this at the 1111 millionaire conference. As again, I'm in the middle of reading this book, Millionaire Moves. This is the theme of my conference, right? And so this is the inspiration of the name Millionaire Moves. Hello, Mr. Ponder. So I want to also share with you all exactly what Bible numerology is, Bible prophecy, exactly how Bible prophecy is definitely predicting, right? I'm reading something. Definitely predicting this currency system reset, right? And this is the greatest wealth transfer that this generation has ever experienced. So if you can position yourself and build up your cash flow, right? You can experience what the Bible calls the wealth of the wicked that is laid up for the just. You can experience, as the Bible says, the Lord thy God, will make you rich and add no sorrow to it. You can also experience Deuteronomy 28:11 that says great prosperity. 8 plus 2 is 10. So technically Deuteronomy 28:11 is 1111, right? Technically that's 1111. So if you're on Facebook, whatever platform that you are tuning into, make sure that you hit that thumbs up. And let's get into the 1111 code. 1111 is a master number, and it represents two pillars, right? Two pillars. And it is a gateway which opens a direct portal between the divine inspiration, divine infinite spirit, infinite God, and the physical people materialization of things. If you go to a bank, some banks now in California and bigger cities in Atlanta, New York, sometimes banks look a little different, right? But let me. I sent someone a text congratulating them. They had just had a baby, so I'm just responding to that. But there are still some banks that have four pillars or columns outside of the bank, right? So 11 is a master number, 11, 22, and 33. So this is why 2022 is going to be a great year for people that are positioned and that have the eyes, the spiritual eyes, excuse me. I told you I was coaching basketball last night, so I was screaming and yelling, but it's going to be a great year, 2022, for people that have the spiritual eyes to see and the cash flow, right? The cash flow coming in to maintain and keep their crypto for longer periods of time. And also for people that have a tax system in place. And guess what? I teach the strategies for all of that, right? I teach the strategies for all three of those areas: how to build your cash flow, how to have your tax shelters for Biden's new tax plan, January the 1st in place, right? One of the things, for example, that happened with Jesus and his disciples were they asked Jesus about how do we pay Caesar taxes, and God said, give to God what belongs to God. That's a whole nother thing that I probably share in private at the conference. Give to God what belongs to God, right? I give you a clue. God requires at minimum 1/10. 1/10, right? A tenth. He says you can keep the 90, you manage the 90, but I require a tenth. And most people struggle with the tenth because the government takes out of their paycheck, as I have a paycheck in the background, 30 to 40%. So that means at minimum, they're living off of 40 to 50% of a paycheck. And so now you have things like the cost of living, which is the everyday people's taxation, and that is called inflation. And most people, right, are struggling financially because their pay or their paycheck is not even keeping up, or it cannot even sustain the price of inflation. So now we have a pandemic in COVID, right? That's about to shift to pandemonium, right? A pandemic that's about to shift to pandemonium. And Congress tax hikes promise more empty shells. And so when Biden's Build Back Better plan told the poor working class that I'm going to tax only those who incomes earnings are over 300,000 to over or 500,000. Unfortunately, most of the poor working class and middle class believe that. They actually believe that, right? But this taxation is affecting more of the poor working class, as it will also cause a disruption in the current supply chain. The Congress tax hike promises this, that there will be more empty, right, grocery shelves. So the COVID-19 pandemic disrupted a lot of people's lives, but that's just, again, the post-pandemic, right? We're now entering the pandemonium part, and most people thought that it's over. No, actually, it's just the beginning. I'm going to show you all that in a few minutes according to Bible numerology. So we have this shift in cryptocurrency from physical cash. And the nation's food supply chains, according to this article, continues to experience disruption from the pandemic with no avenue for those that's in transportation to recruit drivers. Listen at this, from a vital pool of job seekers. So the conditions have worsened and they will continue to get worse as Congress is now considering, if you see this sentence, now considering taxes increases that will further decimate our industry. The nearly 2 trillion, tax proposal on the table would harm America's businesses and by also the extension workers at a time when they can literally afford food service distribution and they already have razor thin profits. So on average, 2% of pre-tax orders are hitting from 2020 over a year are still in recovery mode. So without a fully functioning food service distribution industry, right, the delivery of food and things like that uh, are going to cause many Americans to be in position where they'll be missing meals. So also you have to consider schools, hospitals, and that's something, schools, hospitals, nursing homes, and restaurants. But hospitals where people are sick and need nutrition and things, they're more than ever. So you're going to see more schools shut down, even though parents are receiving, some parents, the child tax credit. They're going to need it because the government, one thing about the government, right, is that they always know how to get their money back. Now, Gwen, I saw you put in a number 12. I thought you told me you was doing the live stream. I mean, yeah, doing the live stream, Gwen. But if you can come in person, definitely be glad to see you. Definitely be glad to see you. I made the announcement that we will have in person tomorrow. I'm just going to select which hotel that I like the most, and then probably after noon tomorrow, I'll live stream and give you all of the hotel updates. So that's November the 19th through the 21st. And so we're having increased taxes, people. Business leaders, they want economic, and Americans want an economic recovery, but things are going to get worse way before they get better, right? The food industry employs about 350 people or individuals across the United States. And truck drivers on average about 70,000 plus a year, right? So this is going to cause a chain reaction, not only in foods and schools and hospitals and things alike, right? Yeah, Gwen. It was for, okay, she said she'll be attending the live stream. The 12 was just for the people who will be able to come in person, right? I got you. And so um with that being said, people, a hard economic winter is definitely coming. There's no doubt about it. So we have 11/11 on a Monday, right? According to the Gregorian calendar. Now, according to the Jewish calendar, 11/11 is actually January the 11th. However, I told you all around this 11/11 in November, even in the Gregorian calendar, I expected to see some highs and transitioning and millionaires made in cryptocurrency, right? And so even on November the 11th, right, in 2021, as you see the one, two, three, four, five ones, the portal will be wide open. And when I coach girls basketball, right, I teach them passing, and I put two cones together, And I tell the girls, I want you to make a bounce pass in this situation. And this is because I tell them, I said, this is your window of opportunity when I'm teaching skills in basketball. And so, as it relates to the business world, for many people, this is your window of opportunity. So, November the 1st through the 11th, the portal will be wide open. And this will ignite your personal power and abundance, right? And preparation, people, for a brand new year. There is no doubt that something is shifting in the universe right now. And you have to be positioned and you have to be planning, and you have to make sure that you are planted under the right guidance and leadership during these times, now more drastically more than ever. So you have to plan. You have to decide that you're going to get rich, right? On purpose. Have a plan, get rich on purpose, and be planted in the right people under the right guidance who are leading you and showing you that these are things to come. D'Angelo says, yes, I am a truck driver. So he's attesting with firsthand knowledge and information that this is definitely happening. You all make sure you hit that thumbs up for me as well, right? That this is definitely happening. Give me one second. And okay, I got a live stream of my home based business going on. So let me hurry up and wrap this up. Right. So we have Ethereum and Cardano. Do you all want to meet my millionaire mentor? Right. You all want me to share with you all some of the live stream as he's on and presenting? Give me a yes in the comment section. Right. So here's how Ethereum and Cardano offer a chance to own the future. Don't sleep on Cardano either. Right. So it says, despite Cardano's weak performance over the last week, people, it has new partnerships. I always talk about the 1111 gateway and our Genesis 1 and 1. In the beginning, God, which means Elohim, right? So you got to have prosperity partnerships, right? Um, Gwen says my alliteration be on point. Oh, thank you. I was about to say what alliteration, but then I just got it. Partnerships, planet, preparing, right? And planted, preparing, and planning. I got you, Gwen. Alexander the Great says Joe Biden got to go. He trying to give illegals 450,000. Well, I tell people all the time, presidents are going to do a mission, right? Yeah, Gwen, I might share some of that. Presidents are going to do the mission and the agenda that they are set to do. Unfortunately, most people have more faith in presidents than they do God. And that is so sad, right? They have more faith in presidents than they do God. And this is the thing that, I just saw, I just read a great scripture today. See if I can find it. But this is the thing, right? That you have to know what game is being played and decide to play the game, because you going against the grain and complaining is only going to leave you in a bad poverty state, right? For example, when Trump was in office, you should have been riding the stock market wave. When Biden is in office, he's going to definitely go ahead and meet the agenda of destroying the dollar. Then you should be riding the cryptocurrency wave. Don't complain about the game. Don't complain about the rules of the game that you can't change. right? Stop complaining about the rules of the game that you cannot change and start knowing what moves to make in a game that you don't set the rules to anyway. And so start learning the rules that set and strategize accordingly, right? And so yep, he trying to give it to the ones that was separated from their kids and they're not even from here. Okay, whatever. Obama gave the Jews money for the Holocaust. They give money to illegals all the time. During the stimulus, the money was sent to other countries where Americans was only getting $1,200, $600, et cetera, right? Not finna get into the red and blue. Let's get into the crypto though. Let's get into the crypto. I said dough, but let's dough, DOUGH. Let's get into that. As he said, because I'm going to stay focused on what I do have control over, not things that I don't. And I do have control over how much money I invest in crypto, right? And so with that being said, I just noticed crypto.com is 2222. That's very interesting. Sheeb is at a positive 11% today. And so Cardano signed another memorandum of understanding, that's an MOU, with the Burundi government. And this was while the Ethiopia base at Attila Prism Management Solution by Cardano made the list of its top influential projects of 2021. So they're saying Ether is Cardano's, or I just saw something I like. How do I go back to that? I don't know what made it pop up. Let me see if it's gonna pop up again. But anyway, Ether is Cardano supposedly competition, and Ether is moving closer to the network of Ether 2.0. Ethereum also saw its record again, all-time high today. People, let's look at this. Ether remains bullish on Friday. And then now we see the double four as it hovered over the $4,400 levels at press time. So we got smart chains are presenting a strong case, and the de-application or DApps ecosystem, economic system. Cardano recently laid out new certification levels for smart contracts and other partnerships that was announced in September. Ethereum is preparing for the merge that's dominating or dominates 68% of DeFi, right? And so by offering both Cardano and Ethereum, you're giving customers tools at this point to successfully build with blockchain. That means you can accept crypto payments at a scale and literally own the future. Literally own your future, right? So Cardano will allow faster and cheaper validation of transaction, and Ether is still the number 2 blockchain behind Bitcoin, right? And if we remember, just last week, Bitcoin was on the precipice of hitting its all-time high of 67,000, right? 67,000. And so with that being said, there's still a lot of cryptocurrency, but congratulations to Ether, people that hit Ethereum millionaires today. Allison says, hello, Queen and Queen Doers. Or Allison, we can say hello. Well, I love that, but we can say hello, Kings and Queens, right? Hello, Kings and Queens. So let me give you all a little snippet of what's going on right now in my home-based business with my millionaire mentor. Let's tune in to Mr. Brian Bean real quick, and then we're going to get back on Bible numerology.
It allows us to get rich, and they do the work. But you got to do the uploads, right? So far, I want y'all to see these statistics. $10 million a month in tax savings for our exclusive members. 12,000 people scores have grown from 50 to 150 points. 12,000 people. We've shaved 29,000 years off people's debt. Now, hold on, forget that. Forget the stats. Y'all see, I told you everything I tell you, I'm gonna show you. EDM, do me a favor. Put me in the chat if you have a before makeover story and an after makeover story, and you are preferably on camera, put me in the chat so I can bring you up. Let's see. I'm gonna make sure I'm talking to the right group up in here. Bruce Lynch, Kimberly Whitfield. All right, let me start with those. Bruce, now new people, I want y'all to hear this. Okay. Bruce Lynch, come on down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Kim Whitfield, come on down. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna go back in a second. Bruce, come off mute. Kim, come off mute. Y'all do me a favor, man. Tell all these new people what has happened to you. Bruce, I'll start with you. What's your before and after?
Oh, my Lord. My before from just the credit score part was around a 625. It's now up to almost a 750. Now in the tax domain, seeing as how I already have a couple of businesses that I operate through, that tax bot was magic, man. I'm at about $187,000 just for this year on tax savings alone from tracking everything that I do with all these businesses.
Woo! 100,000 plus.
Yeah, and it's going to probably be more than that once I get a few things in order.
You know how much less you're going to get a government just because of that app? That's crazy, right, Bruce?
It is. It's ludicrous. Yeah, that's it.
James Turner, talk to me, big guy. What's your before story? What's your after story? Come off mute for me. You got new people listening. Let them know what they're here for you.
Hey, what's going on, Mr. Bean? So let me tell you, my credit score before joining, I was sitting at about 690.
Okay.
And within 45 days, I want to say maybe about 20 days, it bumped me up 100 points.
790?
790. I'm at 790. I'm knocking on 800's door.
I love it, man.
Knocking on the door.
Then you know what that means to your interest rates, right?
Yes.
That means now you go into that room at the bank where they don't give you cookies, right? They give you champagne. See, people in the front get cookies. People like you go to the back. Y'all go to a whole different room. It's a new ball game when you're in that 800.
Oh, yeah.
Congratulations, man. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Any other experts? You do any bill shredder or anything?
Oh, yeah. On the bill shredder, they said we're going to save us $500 in a year.
Nice.
I'm enjoying that. We're going to take that money and invest it, put it into the PRA.
Nice.
Put it in the PM. Just love it.
All right, good. All right, good. Sounds good. Sounds good. I appreciate it, man.
Thank you.
Mr. Woods, give me your before and after, man. I like the fact that all y'all doing these testimonies. That is too cool. Mr. Woods, you got to come off mute for me, sir. Brian Woods going once. Brian Woods going twice. There you go.
Yeah, how you doing?
Talk to me, man.
How you doing? So for me, what it did was I went from I had like a 620. It went up to a 658. So that was dramatic for me because it was hard for me to even buy a house back in the day. And now it got me on the verge where I walked away from my job. And after a while, I'll be able to be full blown with doing the MWR Financial. So that's what I love about it. So yeah, I just retired and I'm on my way.
Okay, so you ready for these daily checks?
Hey, I'm already getting a daily check, but I want to be consistent. I got to stay plugged in, Brian.
All right, good, man, good. Now I appreciate it, Mr. Brian. I saved Kim for last, guys, because Kim actually relocated and took a $18,000 pay cut. Got over here and got a $36,000 pay raise. Kim, a lot of people talk about the credit score, but I want you to talk about what the experts did for you first. How much you got back into the household. You and your son's father, How did that work in y'all's house?
So just like you said, Brian, it is nothing but an upload. We uploaded our information, I did the 2 pay stubs. The experts got me back $200 a month into my paycheck. I exposed that information, told my ex-husband the same information. They helped him get $1,300 a month back into his paycheck. He didn't have to do anything different. I didn't have to do anything different than what we were. It was money that we had already earned.
Nice.
It was our money, but the experts helped us get it back. So on top of that, after you said I took that $18,000 pay cut, moving from one state to another, our business helped me get that money back to where I was getting everything I needed back into my paycheck on top of that. But our business, y'all, on top of getting my credit score fixed from a 646 to an 808, I was able to use that same income from this business to qualify for my new home that I'm sitting in right now.
Come on, Kim. Come on, hold on, man. That deserves a little audio. Let me give everybody. Let me hear you scream. Now give it up for Kim.
Congratulations. Awesome.
Hey, come back off mute for me, man. Come back. So we relocate. Here's how God works, right? We relocate, lose 18,000. We join MWR and double the 18,000 because you're getting paid at least $100 a day, which is $3,000 a month. Kim, are you some super duper networker with some huge experience and something?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I am a baby in this industry. It is so much that I'm still learning today. And if I'm telling y'all, I'm a people person, but this is new to me. And if I can do it, it's simply exposing information, everybody on here can do it.
I'm telling you, man. I'm going to end with that. I ain't going to bring up no more testimonies. Let me just show these people the money and we're going to get out of here. See, a lot of you guys right now, you're already starting to make excuses, man. I don't know nobody. My credit score is already good. Kim had somebody tell me, my credit score is already good. I said, great. Mine was too. I was at a 734. They took me to a 777. Now I'm at an 820. But I had a 700 plus. And with Brian, I don't work a job. I said, well, me either. With Brian, I don't have no debt. I said, me either. Right? You know what I learned, Cameron? This is what I learned. And this is very, very important. The owner of Kibbles and Bits never tasted it. He was like, Brian, what you mean? Well, I didn't have any debt. None. My credit score was in the 700s. And I don't have a job to get an instant pay raise. But 300 million Americans do. So the owner of Kibbles and Bits don't eat dog food, but I bet you he's a billionaire. See, y'all got to start thinking like a business owner. Who do I know that could use all of this, including yourself? Right? So the owner of Kibbles and Bits never tasted it. Y'all can use that. I've been saying that for years. It works every time. So we talked about the testimonies. We got people, we already talked about people going from 300 to 700, people going, taxes coming down, people getting debt free. What about Mr. Charles Ivory here, who last week purchased his dream home or the land, cash on the lake with the star? Y'all see it. He's got his lot. It's already paid in full because of our financial makeover. What about my good friend, Shana Rawlings, who has always rented, now is a home owner in Hampton Oaks, here in Atlanta, Georgia, a Martha Stewart development that she's always wanted to live in Hampton Oaks. Made her dream come true, no problem, paid off her credit cards, full-time entrepreneur. See, guys, we're making dreams come true. Now, if you want to make money, I'm gonna close with this. Why in the world would you keep this a secret? I've seen y'all recommend movies. I've seen y'all recommend restaurants. I've seen y'all recommend TV shows. And you can't recommend some experts that'll help you get rich. So, $228 one time and $119 per month allows you to get paid. See, the $79 a month allows you to have the experts help you personally. The $228 opens a business, and now you're getting paid every single month, every single day, and every single week. Now, everything I'm talking about as I conclude, I'm gonna show you in black and white. Then I got your free bonus offer at the end. Everything starts with $5 a day. Now, why do we do $5 a day? Because 5 times 30 is 150, so your 119 is paid for. Give me some sixes in the chat if you like the fact that you can self-fund your business. It starts with $5 a day as you refer 3 people to the business. So 3 people starts the journey to $5 a day. And you have 1 customer that says, you know what, I don't want to do the business. I just want those services. Now your business is paying for itself. So we call that 3 in 1, 3 in 1. So we wanted to start with $5 a day. Now, after a while, you get to a point like myself, I'm on what's called level 9, approaching level 10. Well, can you guys imagine $1,000 a day? It's 30 grand a month. And look, this slide right here, guys, this represents your minimum. See, people think I'm just this mystical figure on YouTube. No, I'm talking to y'all live right here. See, pinch me, I'm real. $500 a day is what my job was paying me every week with a Morehouse degree. I was making $1,000 every 2 weeks. After taxes, after taxes, $28,000 a year with a Morehouse degree. I make that now a month. Do y'all understand what I'm saying? And y'all gonna sit around here and let your 228 and 119 stop you from making 200 a day, 50 a day. That's 1,500 a month. 30 a day. That's 900 a month. Everything I told you, I'm gonna show you in black and white. Everything I talk about, I'm gonna show you in black and white. It comes on your cell phone like this, right? We got a text message today. Every day at 5 o'clock, the text message comes in. Boom, bastic. Let me try to pull this up here so you can see it on my actual phone. Okay. 500. Is it blur? Kind of blur? Yeah, it's blur. Can't see it. Yeah, it's kind of blur because I'm using a different camera. But that's $500 a day on my screen here. Here's how it actually looks on the screen. I'm sorry, I took it away. That's what it looks like on the screen. So I started with 20 a day. Then I moved up to 200 a day. Then I moved up to 500 a day. You got people you're going to hear from in a second that earn daily checks like Miss Kim. That's how she got her new house. Then we got what's called a sponsor bonus. Write this down. Every referral that joins the business, you earn $50. Nothing to write.
Okay, I think he was the internet froze up on him. So Donald, right? That's the home-based business. You want more information? Visit, or you can just text HBB to 601-720-2063. The home-based business offer you a credit plan, the the credit strategy, credit repair. I'm going to actually teach on also in the conference. It's been a while. The power of credit to build your financial future. The power of credit. I want to teach this in the conference. So it gives you a credit strategist and also credit experts to have around the clock credit people working on your credit, right? Because you do know you do have pop-up things that appear on your credit, such as collections. They just pop up and you log in and your points is low. Your credit score is 20, 50 points lower, right? Cash flow strategies, instant pay raise if you are a W-4 employee within 3 days. That's the 369 formula that I will discuss as well in the conference. I'm also going to talk about credit and the difference between paying credit cards on your statement date and the due date, and how to strategically also, right, pay your vehicle note in such a way that it lowers your monthly payment without refinancing the vehicle. So I will have a power of credit, the power of cash flow, all revealed in this conference, and then the power of crypto, right? The power of cryptocurrency, and looking at some cryptocurrencies that are not talked about much in the mainstream, right? Donald says, thank you, Maya B, for, she says, the 1111 super chat and the 1111 opening the gateway of consciousness. I'm on Life Path 1112. Thank you so much. Yes, 1111 opens up your gateways. And I tell people 1111 is twofold. It can mean chaos and disorder, like rebellion in Genesis 11 and Numbers 11, Numbers chapter 11 in the Bible. And this is why I never understood people, and I don't try to understand them, but people that try to make the argument that Bible numerology is not non-existence, right? Bible numerology is non-existence. Donald, how did you do that? Donald just sent me. Donald, how did you do that screenshot? Let me share this with you all. Donald, how did you do that screenshot? Donald, I'm gonna give you some information for what you just did. Donald came in late, you all, but I guess it's probably is going to confirm this for me because I was looking at another hotel, but he came in late. So we're going to go ahead and book this hotel because I did receive an email confirmation, Donald. But again, 11 can represent chaos and destruction, like Numbers 11 and Genesis 11, right? Also, it can represent wisdom and wealth transfer. This is what the Twin Towers represented as death came and destruction. Unfortunately, both at the same time. But Donald says given to, but also under the Twin Towers was $231 million worth of gold and silver, right? Of gold and silver. Donald, I'm just trying to see how did you make this image come up with the hotel, but that's what I'm trying to figure out, Donald. I'm gonna show it to you. I just put it up. And so what we're doing or what you do when you give unto kingdom wisdom is that you take the plan of man that was meant for the evil portion and you reverse it to work in your good. And you give into the Bible numerology portion that agrees with the portion or the part of it that you want to be a recipient of or receive. So Donald has given $1,000 offering, right? And he's giving 1111 now to break the back of poverty, right? And Donald, I'm going to explain this for you, and he did that at one time. And so I don't think I've ever explained this in public, right? But I'm gonna do it for you. Numerology 1000 in the Bible has a meaning of the opposition to oppose dark and evil powers, to everything that may come upon your life with evil intentions regarding you, God, or even righteous people. So Donald Samson, right, in the Bible killed 1,000 Philistines, 1,000 with the jawbone of a donkey. The Philistines tried to occupy and enslave Israel people, right? So the reason why you will hear some preachers teach about $1,000 seed destroys the back of poverty, and that did for me. I've given $1,000 seed and more than $1,000 numerous times, but I've never heard anyone explain why, right? So $1,000 rebels or it fights or it destroys every dark and evil power that may come against you or try to come against you. Samson again killed 1,000 Philistines with a jawbone, with one jawbone, right? One of a donkey. The Philistines tried to occupy and enslave Israel people. It keeps you from being enslavement. So the symbol of opposition and dark can also be seen in the second kingdom or the coming of Jesus. See, it says Satan will be chained behind spiritual bars for guess what? For guess what? 1,000 years before the second coming of Jesus Christ. So it chains evil and dark powers and Satan in opposition. And it sets you free financially to never enter into that bondage again. It is resurrection. And during this time period, a lot of things in your life are resurrected, including your finances. And you will receive resurrection and a chance to see the wonders of God's power and salvation and restoration in your life. The number 1,000, Donald, as he has given him unto me, $1,000 seed. And I probably wouldn't even went into this if I didn't see what I saw when he um, sent me that text message, right? But the number 1,000 is a sign of power, the readiness to withstand any obstacles. That's exactly what we are entering to, and evil temptations. Right. So Donald, I hope that I broke that down simple but yet powerful for you, because Donald has also been telling me that he's been seeing the number 777, and 777 is also a representative of Jericho and the walls of being destruction been broken down in the walls of Jericho, and seven priests and seven horns, and they marched around the wall. It represents things been broken down in your life, whether it be mentally, financially, spiritually, and emotionally, that you yourself have been struggling with for years and cannot do. Right? People have given $1,000 offer for me that have sleep apnea, for example, that has anxiety, oppression, and depression, and they have been miraculously, well, not miraculous, but in agreement to the $1,000 seed. Even their checking financial situation, where they never. Now, I'm not saying they entered the overflow, but they never was broke another day in their life. It absolutely, like Samson and the jawbone that broke poverty. That broke, that killed 1,000 Philistine. That $1,000 offering broke uh, that jawbone broke the back of poverty. And Donna, when you sent me this, not only was 1920, well, you have 22. Not only was that powerful, but I'm like, how did you get that screenshot to come up? Because that's the logo on my All for One, One for All conference. And in the background's the Hilton Garden Inn. And then we have Damon's number 6 there. And then you have Save, Make, and Grow Money. Donald, that's how it looks on my phone. And how did that come like that? I'm just at all. I like it, right? Donna says, thanks for the breakdown. Humbly received. Right. Right. Hello to you as well. So, Donna, that's what that ended up looking like. So I said, well, let me take some time and educate for Donald's sake. Right. So the power of numbers, right? Numbers and numerology patterns are all around us. There's a reason why theologians and scientists devote their lives to studying them, because they hold secrets and insight, and they also give you the secrets to biblical uh, meaning and the word of God in the Bible. So understanding and the repetition of numbers in the Bible can help you uncover Daniel 2:22, can help you uncover deeper hidden meaning in Bible verses. And this is what cryptocurrency means too. It is cryptocurrency is the meaning or definition of it is hidden cryptotic messages, right? So is studying numbers does not go against the Bible. The Bible has a whole book chapter called the Book of Numbers, right? It's not occult practices. Is something that most pastors or religious teachers cannot tap into. right? Because you cannot deny that numerology or numerical numbers exist in the Bible for that reason, for a reason. And the Bible is sacred text, right? Like Jesus had 70 elders. And guess what? This was in Numbers 11 and 16, right? Including himself, right? And so, and what else? Let me see. I Jeremiah 11:11. That's why I said the number 11:11 can mean blessings or prosperity, depending on how people get an understanding to it, and how and who you follow, and whose teaching that you submit to and give to, right? Jeremiah 11:11, and this is the name of a movie. If I'm not mistaken, I've never watched the movie, but this is the name of a movie, right? And yes, talks about time and half a time. It does. And Jeremiah 11 is, therefore, this is what the Lord says: I will bring on them disaster they cannot escape. Although they cry out to me, I will not listen to them. And so this is why I teach people the holistic part, that is just not about crypto. It's about living a holistic, well-balanced life according to biblical prophecy and numerology, astrology and astronomy that sets you free. It's also not just about crypto. It's about your credit, your cash flow, and your tax plan for the new tax changes, right? And so now, right, that you know what the new currency system is, then you have to prepare accordingly, right? Because people, this is the greatest distribution of wealth and wealth transfer. And if you're not willing to make an investment in yourself, as people on my live stream are asking me questions right now, I'm not answering, I'm just overlooking, because you haven't given anything for me to invest in you. You haven't invested in me, right? So I'm not answering questions that come without some type of investment. I'm just not, right? I wish you well. Some people just want me to answer questions to validate their crypto choices. That's fine. But a lot of this, I'm going to only give it to the people that come to the conference in private. And guess what? I really underpriced this conference. It's probably the lowest price you're going to ever see it at, ever, at $119. I can promise you that. But I was led to do it for that price, so I did. And so as you have the 111 Millionaire Moves Conference, you want to know the conference itinerary, click on the three bars to your right. It has conference itinerary. We have Mr. Eric Thomas speaking on the spiritual laws of prosperity, right? It's more than just what you do in the natural realm. So Mr. Eric Thomas will be speaking on this Friday from 7 to 9. His part will be all virtual. He's joining us out of Florida. So even if you're in a hotel, make sure that we're connected to the internet so you can get that virtual experience in person, right? Then Saturday, 8 to 9 a.m. will be registration. 9 to 10:30, the mental ministry mission, money, and the animal instinct series. The speaker will be Mr. Felix Anderson, the 4 concepts to conquer to become a millionaire. And then my session will begin Saturday at 10:45 to noon on the power of credit. And then from 2 or probably 1:30, I'll probably change that time slot from 1:30 to 3:30, understanding gematria, Bible numerology, and prophecy for this economic reset. The number 11 also is a master number that resets everything, right? And then Saturday from 3:45 to 5, we'll go over to 369 instant cash flow strategies and break down Biden's tax laws. And then from Sunday from 9 to noon, we will go over the crypto session. This Saturday evening, we'll probably do something with the people in person. I'll do something. We'll go somewhere, eat somewhere, just have a hangout only for the in-person people, right? And kind of see Queen without the camera in front. And so yeah, that's the plan as of right now. I'll probably add some, definitely, and take away, but that Sunday session is definitely going to be dedicated to cryptocurrency, right? As we saw that Shiba Inu, the 777% in 30 days, as the number 7 equals perfection. It's a sign of God's divine crash, divine perfection, divine completeness of a thing. Even on the 6th day, everything was completed, but the 7th day made it perfected. As Joshua 6 goes into the Israelites to march around Jericho for 7 consecutive days. On that 7th day, they had to march 7 times. So every other day they marched 1 time, which equals 6. That 7th day they had to march 7 total times. Right? They had to march around 7 times in one day. Right? And so 7, and also in Revelations chapter 1, 7 is mentioned in repetition. I'm not going to get too deep into this because I don't want to, give away sacred knowledge. But in Revelations 1 and 20, you have the 7 stars that you saw in your right hand. The 7 golden lampstands is in this, and then the 7 stars are the angels, and the 7 churches. The 7 lampstands are the 7 churches as well. And so Revelations 1 and 20, the mystery of the 7 stars, it's a 7-7 code. We'll break that down more in the conference as well, right? Alice said, I don't know what you mean by come on email, right? I think I explained, I thought I explained this to you. You're going to get an email if you're a live stream about your login information on Friday, November the 19th. But on the website, it has for you to go ahead and register. There's no, I know the people that's already paid. All you had to do was enter your email address on the Cash App. So, and in order to make sure that you're locked in, at the very bottom of the website, you see registration. The providing of your email address is so you can get the link if you're live streaming to the password and the link to join the conference via live stream, right? So that was it. That's why I asked you all to put in the Cash App, and that is your own confirmation. So let me close because again, my voice is weak. I coach basketball, and I'm closing with this. People, get your credit up. Bad credit will steal future wealth. Definitely get your cash flow up so that you don't have to flip crypto every time you get a couple of thousand. You can be able to hold and become a millionaire and billionaire. And create a tax strategy by adding 475 tax deductions to the home-based business. So this is Gematria by dates. On November the 7th started the Shemitah or the Rosh Hashanah. This is the 7 years that I'm going to teach again in the conference of an economic reset that happens every 7 years. So 9/7, which is 7/7 because September is actually the 7th month, began the Shemitah or the Rosh Hashanah year. And so when you look at 11/11, which is Monday, there's exactly 7 weeks between the two of them. And look, the double 55 days. Then we have the 6 days as well, right? And so the total is 1 month in each, 1 month and 25 days, right? The total. So 1 month, 3 weeks, 4 days. 44 days is the amount of days that when Jesus rose from the dead on the third day, it took 44 days exactly for the ascension going into heaven, right? Going into heaven. And so with that being said, you have the date numerologies that also plays a part. And people, there's exactly the double 11 here. Again, the number 11 is the number that resets everything. The number 5 is the number of victory in war and grace upon grace of double grace, according to John and Daniel and 5 smooth stones that defeated Goliath, right? And you got 5 plus 1 is 7. See, number 7 again. The day of the year is 250, which is September 7th, which is 7 again, right? And days left in the year is 6. 6 is the number of man and also the number of beasts. And man can decide to rebel against God or to obey God. God gave us free right, free choice. This is where we see Adam and Eve, right? This is where Adam and Eve comes into play. So you see all of the 1111s and 2021 here. That's the 44. And the number 6 again. Oh, that almost scared me. That I had my phone on, the Cash App went off. And so know where, right, to give and whom to give to now more than ever in this season, as the universe always integrates mathematical laws and numbers in its design, right? If you understand this connection, it can absolutely change your life. And a lot of people, when discovering this, have converted into Christianity, because these patterns can only be the work of an infinite God, infinite power, and an infinite creator. And so you understand this sacred knowledge, you can live a holistic life, because the Bible has predictive numbers and powerful numbers, right? And so that's it for this live stream. Again, ether has hit its all times high. We are made up of ether, right? And so just some things I'm going to share in the conference. I'm logging off. Let me save my voice for the conference, right? Michelle says she's driving. I'm going to go ahead and update that website. Michelle, we will be at the Hilton Garden Inn. That's in Flowood, Mississippi. But I'll put it all on the website. I'm going to stay here and update it. Should be updated in approximately 10 minutes, right? So again, hello, Lady Louie. I'm signing out, you all. Make sure you are in the home-based business as the strategy of the 2 Kings chapter 4 woman. And you can text 601-720-2063 to get started. And then the 111 Millionaire Moves. Got the theme from this book, 111 Millionaire Moves. Depression proof strategy. So how to get rich and ultra rich in this recession, because people, we are moving. Give me 5 or 10 minutes when I log off, from a pandemic to a pandemonium. Hey, I'm signing out. How big can you think, right? How big can you think? Magnify your mind, right? Manifest with your mouth, multiply your money, and maximize your mission. Be blessed to be a blessing. Queen out. You all have a great Friday night and be safe.